Immerse yourself in the profound insights offered by Father Chuck Belmonte as he delves into daily reflections on various gospel passages from the Bible.
September 29th, Sunday. Are there different forms of spreading the faith? The Gospel of the Mass tells us that John came to Jesus to tell him that they had seen someone casting out demons in his name. Since he was not part of the group that accompanied the Master, he was forbidden to do so. Jesus rebuked the exclusive mentality of his disciples. He opens their eyes to an apostolate of broad dimensions. Christians should not have a one-party mentality that would lead them to reject legitimate diversity in apostolic activity. What counts is unity in the essentials, in what constitutes the foundations of the Church. St. John Paul II affirmed that all Christians, by virtue of their baptism, have a right of association. He listed the basic criteria for determining whether a particular association is in communion with the Church. Associations are to be judged according to these criteria. First, according to the primacy given to the call of every Christian to holiness, the expression of the fullness of Christian life. Every association of this kind should be an instrument that ultimately leads to holiness. The Pope also emphasizes certain criteria concerning the apostolate, the responsibility of professing the Catholic faith in its entirety, to accept and proclaim the truth about Christ, the Church, and humanity, in obedience to the magisterium of the Church. Every Christian has a part to play in the apostolic work of the Church. The Lord wants there to be apostles in the factory, in the office, in the university, in the home. As a consequence of their faith, Christians should live a filial union with the Pope and the bishops. Catholic associations should be faithful to the teachings of the Church and follow the directives that come from the hierarchy. Ecclesial communion requires both the recognition of a legitimate plurality of forms in the associations of the lay faithful in the Church, and at the same time a willingness to cooperate in working together. If we have the heart of Christ, how easy it will be to accept the apostolic activities of others. This diversity and unity will give us reason to rejoice. The most important thing is that Christ be known and loved. All the circumstances of life are good for the apostolate. In the face of cowardice, laziness, or excuses, we must remember that many people depend on our word and example to receive the grace to follow Christ more closely. We can never stop doing apostolate with the people God has placed at our side. The means used may be different, but the end is always the same. Therefore, let us keep our fervor of spirit. Let us keep the sweet and heartfelt joy of evangelization, even when we have to sow in tears. We must not give in to the idea that adverse circumstances are an obstacle to the apostolate. Difficulties can serve as a means of spreading Christ's teaching, as the early Christians and so many others who have suffered for the faith have shown. Today is also the feast of Saints Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, archangels.
I would be delighted to extend an invitation to you once again tomorrow for another insightful reflection on the Gospel by Father Belmonte.